Another little quick minute I want to do is another thing that we got to think about, and I've seen this play out already in my life, and this is why it's important for us to have all the generations and all the generations be getting together. This fucking division they're trying to create is over the top. But one of the things, like right now, they're trying to do this higher minimum wage. And the thing that people have to think about is how many businesses could afford to pay this, because they'll set it. So you have to. So it's not like a small business could negotiate and say, I know we're in Timbuktu and we're just having this little business. I can't really afford to pay that. Let's negotiate some other thing. No, they said it. So there's none of that. You have to do what they say. So not only does that lead us to more automated, which look how much we already have. It wasn't like that when I was little. They did that all on purpose. The same thing is why we had to start having everything made somewhere else. It's all part of their thing that they're doing. So while they are raising the minimum wage, taking away more jobs, they are setting their infrastructure for their climate change, game that they're playing. What did I call it yesterday? Their campaign, the climate change campaign. But they're so used to this. They create all of these different foundations and stuff to funnel money from us. And they're always working on our sympathy and our compassion and really trying to get us to constantly, have mercy for the people starving over here, being beaten over there. We're just pouring our money and our heart out to these people, and they are funneling back to the rich people. It doesn't ever go to the people that we want it to go to. That's part of their system. It's all trickery. And right now, they're trying to run down more businesses. This whole thing with the landlords, I hadn't even thought about that. How many landlords have been put out of business by what has been going on with the moratorium thing? You're only thinking about, these poor people, they can't pay their rent. Yeah, that shouldn't be. But then these other people, they're not. I guess there's also, those things were covered for them up until September, that if you had any issues with that sickness, that you wouldn't have to pay your mortgage or your rent or whatever. But when the moratorium ends and these people can get, the whole thing is just this big created mess to just have us in a horrible position. Always. So they are running these people's businesses out. They are bankrupting people. We saw them burn down all these businesses in communities, destroying people's livelihood. And then part of their thing is, to just, they're hurting us. It's so obvious if you know what you're dealing with. And they're hurting us, who knows even where right now. Everything is so chaotic. I think they are just so desperate, kind of like they just got to do something. We're losing hold. And I heard a really good thing explain it earlier. It's like when you have a master chess, watch that gauntlet, the Queen Gauntlet. That was so good. It really helped me understand so much more about this chess thing. But when you have these master chess players, which we're dealing with, however you want to see it, if it's generals or whatever, we've got these masterful, one group was able to take over the whole fucking planet. They're masters. And masters in the other way, because they're also the masters of a plantation, because we're all slaves. But then you also have these other masters who have really honed in on the skills, that have taken notice of what they're dealing with, honed in on their skills. And so we do have master players, masterminds, this strategic stuff playing out right now. But the cool thing is that this person, I think it was Charlie, he said that right now you have two, masters playing, and you have one that knows they've won, but this other one that thinks, well, I've got a couple more moves. Maybe if I play these moves out, then I will find a mistake they made and I'll still win. So that's what's happening with them. You know, they're just looking for anything. They're just so desperate. So we've just got so many things happening. You know, and the main thing is always to kill as many of us, because the least amount of us, the easier it is for them to gain control again. So that's like, you know, like we've only got a couple moves. Let's just keep trying to go for this volcano. If we can blow that up, man, there won't be many of them. We got most of the people in the third world countries. We got a whole, it's just those fucking American people just giving us grief. You know, but that is part of the, you know, the master plan from God to humanity or something. They got to their last frontier and it was going to smack them up. And it's waking up everyone. It's getting everybody to take notice of what's going on. But that is part of how they do it, though. Like, oh, look, we're going to give you more money as we're raising the prices of everything. I can't even believe how expensive things are right now. It's, oh my God, they're just going so fast. But there's not going to be any jobs for anybody. And it's right as everybody has just burned out all their unemployment. They're not going to be able to get more unemployment, and there's not going to be any jobs. They're going to have complete control of what little food that they would be, because they've got control of the farms now. They've got control of, you know, they're taking complete control of our food, which they've already been for so long. But now, you know, we see what's going on. So, yeah, there would be no homes, but they've convinced you that's really not that. People, you don't really, that just makes your life harder to own stuff. You know, let us control that for you. We'll take care of you. And so we have them, they want to control the food. They want to control where we live. They don't want us to have any business. They don't want us to have any kind of independence at all. Otherwise, logically, they would be setting people up across the whole planet with a solar panel, you know, getting people to be off-grid, getting people to be more independent, getting people to farm for themselves and stuff like that. I mean, just think about it. Use your brain, use your logic. It is not about helping us. It's about the complete opposite. It's about the control of us. And it's kind of creepy. I just got the image of like, you know, us getting all of these mice. We've got to control Willard, the rats. You get all this control. You've got them all huddled up in a room. You know, you're their savior. You're throwing them down rat poison and watching them struggle. You know, that's what our life has been. Until we wake up. I mean, we've got a lot of people who are, you know, and it's going to hunter monkey, you know, everybody will wake up. You know, it's very difficult when some people are so slow. It's like, how, I don't know what has got them so locked in. But it's hard to know, because these people were masters. They were masterful what they've done to take over. And, you know, they've got a sharp hold of a lot of people's minds. But, yeah, the whole thing about here, we're going to give you more money, but nobody's going to get those checks because all our jobs are going to be automated because it's climate control, guys. You know, come on. So, you know, real quick, we'd be, you know, Venezuela, Cuba, say $8 toilet paper. That was just foreshadowing. Hopefully those people kept a hold of that toilet paper and just used sparingly, because the crisis isn't here yet. And, you know, all of the stuff, you know, the shelves are so bare right now. And I'd already heard they're not on the docks. They're not allowing them to unload shipments, and truckers are being stopped. Like their whole system that they set up, they have complete control of it. So they can cut us off at any time. And they're trying right now. They're doing the best they can. They've sped up everything. I think where they wanted this to be, well, it was supposed to start 4 years ago with HRC, Demon Hell Bitch. She was supposed to be the start of it. She was, oh my God, that woman is horrible. If you freaking get into trying to learn about her, she is one creepy motherfucker. I mean, even to the point, like way back in the very beginning, how she was so into voodoo. That was her whole draw to Haiti. And she's just weird, man. She's so weird. But anyways, you know, we were supposed to be further along, but, you know, like right now they're trying to do everything super fast. So I don't know if we were supposed to be here right now and they're just making it so obvious, trying to get us up to speed, or if they're just desperate and they're just trying to rush everything real quick. And this was, you know, going to go kind of a little slower, so it wasn't so obvious to us. We all just, you know, lived in our own little struggling worlds, trying to survive, never being able to get ahead, and always thinking it's us, it's our fault. But, you know, they've shown us, and we know this isn't our fault. We've been fighting against a system that has been swallowing us since we were born. And, you know, like I keep saying, you've got to pull yourself out of the system. You've got to claim your sovereignty over yourself, your health, your body, your life, everything. We do need to remove ourselves from their governing systems, because it's not here to help us or make the world better. It's here just to control us and make them richer, and for them to have fun at our expense. So, you know, there's a lot of creepy shit going on. A lot of creepy shit. So anyways, I just really wanted you to think about that too, about this whole thing with, you know, don't be sad as we are seeing their financial system go. Another interesting thing, and I had shared that link, I'll try and share it on this one too, but I keep sharing it, that video I had seen, and he was talking about Lincoln tried to get us off of the central banking system. He started his own, you know, a federal note that was going to be our currency, and he was killed right after. JFK did the same thing. He was killed within a week of doing it. So, and we know who has been doing it right now. We know where we're at. If we have the awareness to be paying attention, and we, you know, it's like you've got to, it's like you, not only do you got to go above the water, but you've got to put out that thing on the top of the periscope, you know, like, so that you can be looking for information, because there's a lot out there. But also, though, if you are, you know, high anxiety, falling apart, everything in the world, or you've got serious stuff coming at you, you don't need to worry about any of that, because all of that is illusion. None of it is real. It's all going to happen. It's going to propel us into a new thing. But all of these things that are falling apart were all just this created illusion by these people. So, you know, just let go of it. Let go of all of this stuff. Let go of the corporations. I heard now that the big pharma is like practically bankrupt. That these things that they're putting in people, they're just putting whatever. They didn't have enough stuff. They're just trying to get money right now to stay afloat. So, and we already know with the banks too. People are going to ATMs. There's no money. They've only got a certain amount of currency. There was in the UK, they were going to start a new currency, and they had to stop, and they had to start reusing all the old that they were going to throw away, because the banking system has been run down. You know, it's part of the corporate system. If you watch that video, he explains it so well about the Rockefellers, and it goes back to those initial ancient families that we keep talking about, and their roles in this world, this illusion, this creation of enslavement. And the banking system is a huge, significant part of that. And so it's, you know, it's going down fast. So all of these things that are going down, you know, to some people who don't know what's going on, it's going to seem super scary, like, oh my God, the whole world is crashing. But this is their world. Their world they created is crashing. We, as human beings, need to stand tall in our sovereignty, and we need to claim ourselves and just stand tall and proud, and don't let go of their systems. We will build back better. They, you know, they were built on unstable ground. When you've got all this greed and control, and somebody's always going to outgreed somebody else. You know, somebody always needs something from somebody else when that's how people think. That's why we've got to move out of that. We've got to move out of that shallow, dark murkiness that is created here. Go up higher. Go up above the water. Go out. Look around. You know, start going outside of the box. They created the box. So it's time to move out of it. So anyways, let go of all of that stuff. And just know that it's all just, you know, it's all an illusion. You know, oh, your life will be better. $15 an hour, your life will be better. How's it going to be better if every single job goes to a computer? So anyways, think about it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.